This is Alaska Public Media.
And a good morning, my friends and neighbors and lovers of life. Ricky D here with you. This is January the 13th, 2022, and it is presently 36 degrees Fahrenheit outside of Studio 2B, which was just dedicated yesterday to the fabulous Jeff Brown. So I am having a good morning so far because I am now in the newly Jeff Brown studio that I've been doing radio shows for years out of this building. And Jeff's a good friend, a mentor, a compadre, and congratulations, Jeff. I'm sitting in the studio named for you, my brother. Okay, so this morning I'm going to start off my show a little differently than I normally do. This is Throwback Thursday. So I go back into the musical vaults of history and I pull out songs that are kind of obscure and you haven't heard in a while, or I bring you songs that you've never heard. And that's going to be the fact in my first set this morning. I got this cat. He is going to be the second song up, and his name is Lucky White, and his band is the Dude Ranch Playboys. Now, I'll tell you a little story about Lucky. Didn't really know who this cat was here 2 years ago, but since I found out about him, I'm a little more curious, and I'm going to be playing a few of his songs. So here's the first set. I'll come back and tell you why I played the songs.
Well, I shell my corn in an old corn sheller to take it to the mill. My wife starts writing down her knees, and here's our grocery bill. It's flour, lard, coffee, sugar, nothing else at all. Just flour, lard, coffee, and sugar, summer, spring, and fall. But we still have plenty to eat, 'cause I raised it all ourselves. But our grocery bill is still the same and never nothing else. Just flour, lard, coffee, sugar, nothing else at all. Just flour, lard, coffee, and sugar, summer, spring, and fall. Now we plain our beans row by row, we make our own cornbread. But our grocery bill is still the same, Lord, I wish that I was dead. Just flour, lard, coffee, sugar, nothing else at all. Just flour, lard, coffee, sugar, summer, spring, and fall. Plain our beans row by row, we make our own cornbread. But our grocery bill is still the same, Lord, I wish that I was dead. Just flour, lard, coffee, sugar, nothing else at all. Just flour, lard, coffee, and sugar, summer, spring, and fall.
KRNN Juneau, where the music's good in the hood. Ricky D here with you on Throwback Thursday, and we started off my show this morning with some songs from the 40s and early 50s. Now, the reason I'm doing this today is because my oldest brother, Alan, who he had passed away here a couple of years ago. To make this long story short, my mother, who I never knew, was married to this cowboy, Lucky White. Now, my oldest brother, Alan, and my mother had, Alan with Lucky. So 1946, right around in that area, well, Lucky White joined up with this guy named Cliffy Stone. Now, the story goes, Cliffy Stone, I grew up in Southern California, and Cliffy Stone lived in Canyon Country, California, out in this highway on Sierra Highway. Well, I went to high school with Cliffy's son, Curtis, and I knew his son, John. So fast forward all these years later, my nephew gets a hold of me. He's telling me the story about, his grandfather, Lucky White, and his Dude Ranch Playboys. And I'm thinking, okay, what does that have to do with me? Well, lo and behold, he sends me, a whole bunch of information, and I read about it. Well, this morning, I gotta have to say that Lucky White's family's tuned in, the ones that are still kicking and, enjoying life. They're in Michigan, Oklahoma, Arizona, and California. So I wanted to play that song this morning and let you know that if you want to hear some more of this music from Lucky White, I'm going to give you a couple of addresses here after a while, and you could follow, the links to get to this. But that song has not been played in 69 years in its entirety. I spoke to my nephew here 2 days ago, and he was telling me that you'll be the first one that plays the full song. So there you go, Richard.
As you enter my room, you wonder why. In amazement at what you see there, a rabbit and an elephant and a little toy dog and a one-eyed teddy bear. A baby's chest that's all painted gay, a tiny pair of shoes, a little cap and a very small wrap. A treasure that I'll never lose. Now the rabbit was built and made to hop way before my son was born. Sits here tonight beside my bed with its paint all scarred and worn. Now as I sit here and look at the chest that's full of odds and ends, I can hear the snow and the sleet outside and the howl of the northern winds. Then I think of you, my little son, and I hang my head in despair, and with a grief-stricken glance I look around as if to find you there. Then my shoulders droop and I rack with pain because the room is bare except for the chest and some other toys and the one-eyed teddy bear. Now I guess I'll keep your little things and the chest that's all painted gay and grieve over the night as long as I live, when the angels came and took you away. So now you know, as you enter my door and see me sitting there, that all that I've got is those little toys, the chest, and the teddy bear.
A little bit of heaven, 102.7 and 103.1 KRNN Juneau, where the music's good in the hood with Ricky D and Throwback Thursday. And that concludes my country western set here this morning. That was Teddy Bear with Lucky White and his Dude Ranch Playboys off their No Music, No Betties. And you can get to that album, I had a gray moment there. I'm trying to talk about something that took place in 1946 and 1953 and playing a couple of songs that have not got any airplay in 69 years. So I think that we've opened a can of good worms here and great music. And I know my nephew Richard is listening in today, and along with his relative, they started a music company. It's called Slip Disc Records. And you can contact them through that. And if you want to follow Lucky White and find out about him and his band and his, escapades in life and what the dude was all about, you can go to www.luckywhitemusic.com. And I do urge you to go check it out. Listen to the album. This is a year that I'm going to be playing music that I have never played before. That is one of my New Year's resolutions.